you guys have been seeing all the drama for the last several weeks brewing between the Basketball Wives stars, Evelyn Lozada and OG. Now, here's the thing. Evelyn is clearly shook by OG because OG is one of the few people that has never backed down to Evelyn. Evelyn has bullied women for years and years and years, and we have all witnessed it. But OG is not the one or the two. And she just wasn't having it. Okay? And I'll never forget, man, I wish I could play that little clip of when OG was pulling out them receipts from Chad Ochocinco. And 2011 came out, and Evelyn turned around. Her face was like, what? My life? That was just reality show gold. That was TV gold. I wish I could play it. That was my favorite shit. But anyway, they had the reunion last night. And as I knew they would, Evelyn and Shaunie got on there trying to play the victim. And then what Mark Lamont Hill tried to do is convince OG to, record or tape the show, the reunion, on a separate set, but she wasn't having it. I'm going to go ahead and play the audio so that you guys can hear OG saying, basically, hell no.
Everybody together feels like it's best if you are on a different set than everybody else.
No. No.
Well, just hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. Tammy asked for a separate set, so they want you on the same set as Tammy.
You don't isolate somebody, especially somebody who's never exhibited any type of anger. I strongly believe if someone needs to be on a different set, it should be the people who climb on tables like animals, the people who throw drinks in people's faces. I've done none of that, so I've earned a seat on my couch.
People saying they're afraid.
Afraid of what? What is it? Is it because I'm chocolate? Is it because I live in my melanin?
To some extent, I'm just bringing the message. This isn't my choice. I'm bringing the message.
Oh,
from
I'm not going to go out if that's where they want me to be. I'll go home right now. Seriously.
I don't want you going home.
No, that's what will happen if I'm not on the couch. I'm just telling you. I know you guys don't want me to go home.
So that was OG. And I have to commend OG for just standing up for herself. And I guess when that clip aired, Tammy was like, hold the hell up. That's a lie. I did not request a separate stage. Y'all said this was the setup. Don't sit there and lie on me. The lies. Okay, Tammy called their asses out, said, look, I'm in it. I ain't in it. Leave me alone. I'm off the show. Don't bother me. So yeah, they was really trying it last night. Like I said, you had Shaunie really trying to explain herself and trying to explain what does she mean by aggressive when it comes to OG. And OG, again, she made it plainly clear. You had all these other women out here, Evelyn specifically, throwing all kinds of mess, and yet I'm the aggressive one, and I needed to be separated from everybody else. And they just don't like the fact that OG has been calling them out. And Evelyn has been called out on her colorist ways. She has been like this for years. So, of course, remember, Evelyn decided to come out and say that she's an Afro-Latina. Remember when the heat was getting real hot? She said, last time I looked in the mirror, I was a woman of color, a proud Afro-Latina, who over a year ago took the time to really dive into her roots. Identifying as Afro-Latina is about ethnicity, not color, as our skin tones are diverse as the diaspora. I am a woman who has more often than not navigate through the uncharted waters of real life discrimination, and I'm raising children that I will have to prepare to do the same. We have to do better. The fight should not be among us. And then she added Jason Lee because Jason Lee decided to take his punk ass on live and try to rationalize what Evelyn Lozada was saying and tried to call out OG. Y'all
know so many people, and I've been around for such a long time that I just don't know what an OG is. I know an OG is an old gangster, and I don't know that that's a part of the conversation. But anyway, I digress. It's not about OG. This is about the fact that I'm watching women tear down another woman of color who has black children, claiming that she's a racist and a colorist. I'm going to tell you what's sad. And it's our people that be using that colorist shit against each other. Latinos and other people of the brown community, although they may not have had the black experience, have had the Black experience. The experience of being treated like a second-class citizen. The experience of being looked at when you walk in the store like you stealing. The experience of being judged and being treated secondary to white people. Yet Black folks, we forget that. We forget that we need Mexicans in our country. We forget that people who are Puerto Rican or Dominican or from another third world country or another country like a Jamaica or Africa are not treated the same as white folks. Yet we are the main ones trying to tear them down whenever we get a chance. Now, all of y'all on here on Instagram, y'all know who Evelyn Lozada is. Whether you like her or love her, you wouldn't watch Basketball Wives if she wasn't on the motherfucking show. So some girl comes out of nowhere and in a show that's produced, and because she now has created the narrative that she believes Evelyn Lozada is a racist, what, because she wore braids? What, Puerto Ricans and Dominicans in New York don't wear braids? I just came from New York. You mean to tell me that there ain't Spanish people wearing braids? You mean that white rapper Riff Raff who was wearing braids didn't get called out for colorism? Or what about Bo Derek who was running down the beach back in the 80s? That wasn't taking our heritage or taking something from our community? Y'all need to stop it or show me the receipts. We need EEOTs, equal opportunity trollers, EOTs. That's what we need. We need EOTs. People who equal opportunity troll. Because the same person that's claiming colorism is the same person that was weaponizing domestic violence and attacking Evelyn about her past with a man who beat her ass. Now, I just need to understand something. Are we not a society of facts? Are we not a society of what matters? Have we become a society of bandwagoning and following the leader? Have we given up our leadership and our ability to be leaders and think for ourselves, to follow trends? Is that what we doing? Because I ain't doing it. And you know what? I'm proud to be Black. I wouldn't want to wake up tomorrow and be anything other than a Black man in America, because you know what? That struggle that I went through with Black people treating me like shit because I wasn't dark enough or because I wasn't all the way Black or had different type of hair, or, oh, that's my hair, by the way. That's my real hair. Or from white people who thought I wasn't nothing but a nigga, and at 15.
Jason Lee, shut the hell up. It's hard to take anybody serious that's doing a CBD commercial while they trying to take up for Evelyn Lozada. Girl, hit it, Kiki.
I hate to say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
It ain't nothing worse than a messy man that get in the middle of women's beef and women's arguments and stuff like that. Shut up. You sound so stupid trying to take up for Evelyn. She shouldn't have posted your video on her page because it actually made it worse. You guys are sitting here trying to justify what Evelyn said and what she did and what she's been saying for years. But she is now being called out on her BS, okay? She called Cece Ling Ling. Then she apologized. You know she had to come back and apologize for basically calling her that. I haven't seen her once yet apologize to OG for posting that little monkey or gorilla thing on her Instagram. Not once have I seen her at least acknowledge that she knows that using a gorilla when it comes to Black people has been racist. So how is that not racist? She is. OG just called it what it is. She did do it. And we've known that white people forever and ever and ever since the beginning of time have been using monkey pictures to try to mock us because they think that we are subhuman. They think that we are less than human and they call us monkeys. You know that's racist, Jason Lee, and you know that she was wrong. OG is the only one in a while that has just been calling this woman out on her mess. And then when she gets called to the carpet, now she wants to claim she's Afro-Latina. Now she wants to go ahead and sue OG for defamation. Now she wants a restraining order against OG. Do you not understand what she's doing here? She is trying to play the victim. And then I heard a YouTuber, a male YouTuber, he got on his show the other day, and I was really disappointed. I was so disappointed in hearing what he said. He was basically kind of taking up for Evelyn, like, well, OG do look like a monkey. Huh? Dude, you are a black man saying, well, yeah, she do look like a monkey. And OG's not innocent. OG do kind of look like a monkey. So I can see why Evelyn would say what she said. There is no justification for what Evelyn has been saying or what she's been doing over the years. She just finally got somebody that's willing to call her to the carpet and actually will whoop her ass. Let's be clear. OG will rock her. Okay, so let's not play games here. And then to try to justify it and say, well, you know what? OG is problematic too. She's a problem. She's problematic. And here she is trying to weaponize her melanin. So when OG, she's doing the same thing. She's weaponizing her blackness because, you know, colorism, all the rage, colorism is the hot topic. So here OG is weaponizing her color of her skin, okay, to play the victim. No, she is not. Women, dark women, have been just discriminated against. You know it. They are considered the less desirable of all the women. And here you are taking up for Evelyn, who has shown problematic behavior, who has thrown wine bottles, who has jumped on tables. And somehow you are equating the two of these women like they're the same. They are not the same. If you want to say that OG is victimizing or using her color, her melanin, to play victim, then what was Evelyn Lozada doing when she kept bringing up the whole domestic violence thing with Chad? Even though she's talking to Chad to try to prove that he wasn't talking to OG. Make it make sense, because it does not. If OG is playing the colorism card with her popping melanin, then damn it, Evelyn is too, because with the domestic violence stuff. Don't sit here and try to do that. Don't do that. And I was really disappointed to hear that YouTuber try to justify what he said, what came out of his mouth. That was extremely problematic. And a lot of he got more dislikes than likes on that. And he turned the comments off because he knew that it was bull. He knew that was crazy for what he said. All right. And then to try to come back and try to make it seem like, well, OG is a problem too. Listen, here's the issue with OG. OG just ain't taking nobody's mess. And people ain't used to that. People are used to the women cowering to Evelyn. And now because Evelyn can't take it, she can't take it. Shaunie can't take it. Shaunie tried to come out a few days ago and bring Shaq on, was like, well, if I was some colorist, why I married this dark man? Girl, bye. You are a colorist. It has been called out. Y'all have been called to the carpet, and y'all don't know what to do now because people want to cancel y'all. People want to cancel y'all. Evelyn, you went ahead and filed that defamation lawsuit against OG because, I guess, you keep saying that you losing endorsements. I guess Flat Tummy T don't want to work with you anymore because, whatever you be posting on your thing, I don't really even see who's endorsing you anyway. You have been problematic for quite a while. And this just proves our point, Jason Lee. People like Evelyn and others that you seem to be okay with acting the way they act, get away with what they get away with and have been getting away with it because of their color, because they are lighter and less intimidating, as you might want to call it. They look less aggressive, even though they are aggressive. They do jump on tables. They do threaten to spit on people and hope that people's mamas catch AIDS. And yet that's okay to do. But when OG stands up for herself, she's aggressive and she needs to be separated from everybody else. How do you not see that is an issue? How do you not see that is the problem? How do you not see that is colorism? That you give a pass to the lighter skinned women, and even though they do some of those same stuff, or actually way more, they get a pass. They don't lose their endorsements. They don't lose their sponsorships. But you want to separate OG and put her over here like she's just like the slave in the back. Like she can't eat with the rest. She can't eat with the house ninjas. she got to eat outside. That's kind of how that was playing out. That's kind of how I'm so glad people are finally calling it what it is. I am so glad people are calling Evelyn out. She has needed to be called out for a while. People was pulling up her old post when somebody asked her, "You got black in you?" and she said no with the angry. And then she tried to say, well, it wasn't like that. I didn't say it literally. Well, how else did you say it? How else did you say it? So, girl, bye. All right. I'm glad these big people are being